Hello.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. Ramadan Kareem.
How did it go?
The match,
Yeah.
we actually lost, bro. Last minute, 1-0 they scored. How was yours?
Yeah. We actually ended up getting a draw, bro. We played against like we are second place now, and we were playing the first place. We had a chance in the end to make it 1-0, but I mean 0-1, but unlucky. So
Yeah.
it's
Still. You played the full 90 minutes?
uh yeah, not the entire match, but most of it. I got subbed off.
Oh, okay. And then you won the game?
No, we did 0-0.
Oh, 0-0. Okay.
We lost. I said we had in the end, like 87th minute, we had the chance 1-on-1 with the keeper, but the keeper saved it. So
Yeah, unfortunately. It's always going to be tough when you're playing the table toppers, It's,
yeah, it was nice atmosphere, and
yeah, I can imagine. Were you playing away or at your home
yeah,
ground?
we were playing away, but uh, the team is like close to where I live, so
Yeah. Well,
that
like,
was like
yeah, of course. How is the atmosphere like? Obviously, you're not playing in the first division anymore. You're playing second. I'm still guessing it's going to be quite a lot of people, right?
uh, depends. But in these games, it is a lot of people, and this was like there was a lot of booing, and
Oh,
the crowd was like it makes the game much more enjoyable for me, at least.
yeah,
You feel like a footballer. You feel like you are doing something right. When they boo and they do it, you feel like you're doing
yeah,
something right.
yeah, absolutely, bro. Well, yeah. Look, I thought it would be quite valuable just to catch up and just share some educational words from your end to other aspiring footballers to hear your story of how you made it professional. Take some advice from you and help them maybe go pro one day as well. So I just prepared like some like casual questions for you that I believe will be quite useful to these young aspiring footballers as well. Is it cool if we like just go through them on the call and get your advice on them as well?
Yeah, I would love that.
Awesome. Like, obviously, I know your situation. I know you for a very long time. But for the viewers who might not really know who you are and won't be too much familiar with your situation, could you give us like a breakdown of everything? Like, how old are you? What country you're playing in? What level do you play in? And like, what clubs you've been to before?
Um, so I'm 22. My name is Yusuf. I'm from North Macedonia. I've lived here my whole life.
Mhm.
I've born here, but I'm Albanian. So
Yeah.
um, I started playing football as a hobby, like most of the guys, I guess. And the hobby started becoming more fun, and you get friends, you get stuff like that. I was playing for my village here,
Hmm.
ended up being part of a good generation of young stars, I can say, from my village. It's a small village, but well known in my country. And from there, I was captain my whole time I was here. I ended up winning many times the league. And from there, I just kept using my discipline, my talent, and with God's help, I I ended up playing for an academy for this football federation of Macedonia,
Yeah.
and from there I was going like school, and it's like college football, how others do it, but here it's
Yeah.
like you go school and you train at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was playing for my current team that I have, Struga there, and then from then at 17 I got one call for a friendly match with the first team.
Hmm.
Ended up impressing the coach, the team there, and then they called me again after that in another friendly match.
Hmm.
And from then, when the season ended, the new season started at the first team.
Yeah.
And what was fun is that obviously you got like emotions. The day before I went there, it's like the night before. I was just making situation in my mind. Oh, I'm gonna meet the coach. One of the big players there. He's my cousin. That was lucky. So I had someone who I knew,
Yeah.
who would guide me a little bit. So also we signed a big player, probably the highest goal scorer in the league here. He used to play for Schalke and
Wow.
big clubs. So the team actually just signed him. So it was like, oh, I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna learn from him. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. Ended up being good friends with him, and it's you get emotions, and the first weeks you are not yourself. You get like you are shy in the game. You can't express yourself, but in meantime they become your friends. They're all good guys. They just there to help you. Things happen, and like that we're playing. The season started. I wasn't expecting, because I was playing still with my young team but training with the first team.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting to go with the first team in a league match, in like official league match. So then the day they told me that they need me to go there, that was like I can't forget that. We won 3-0,
Hmm.
and it was nice because when I enter the dressing room, I saw like my name, the number, and stuff
Wow.
like that. So I like, from that day, that number 31, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Every time I have the chance, I use that number because it reminds me, because like sometimes when you ask for something, I always used to ask God to be a professional footballer, and I actually asked him to be successful at a young age. So when I got that, when I was living these things, you just get back, and you realize that, oh, my dreams are coming true. Like what you asked for, you are getting. And
Absolutely.
and the team were in a good run. We used to win 9 in a row.
Yeah.
And then from there, that year we became champions. I featured in 2 games. First year as a senior, champions. Second year, still again champions. Was in the starting 11 with on one game and played 24 minutes in the other game. 6 months there, I didn't get much playing time. There were a lot of factors, but mostly it is my fault, because every time things happen career wise, you should look if you're struggling with something, most of the times it's your fault. So you have to look, where are you doing something wrong. So I went on loan,
Hmm.
played 6 months there, got a lot of experience, felt great again, came back with the team, played one game. 6 months, still didn't get, played a little bit, friendly stuff like that, but couldn't get um, with the team, minutes I think I deserved. So I left again on loan in another club, did great with the team there. We were like, when I went there, we were like in the relegation zone.
Yeah.
We won the first place, second place draw, third place draw. Like, we did great games against big clubs, and we
Mhm.
escaped. So 6 months there, amazing games by me. I actually made a highlight about that.
Yeah. I see.
And now I'm here with the new team, started from the new season, because I always wanted to start from the beginning in a new team. And now we're pretending, and we are fighting to be champions. We are like, our goal is to be champions and to get promoted to the first league. And I'm still like on loan here, so I'm back. I'll go back to my club in the summer.
Yeah.
Actually, also I should mention, we actually played in conference league. Actually went to the playoff.
Hmm.
Played against good teams. Slovan Bratislava, that featured Manchester City. We
Hmm.
we lost against them. Great players. I saw there. Vladimir Weiss used to play Manchester City. Juraj Kuska, AC Milan player.
Talent.
Now they played against Man City like two months after
Yeah.
that. So they are nice experiences. The Juventus youngster Adjic, he came, played against us, scored
Yeah.
against us a free kick. So good players to see in Europe, good experiences that you're gonna remember, learn, and like that improve.
Of course. Well, yeah, I appreciate you giving that summary of your career. It is very motivational. I know your situation. You've been to different clubs, different experiences, lots of hard work and determination behind what you've done, which I really admire, by the way. Um, you've obviously made that jump from playing the youth for your youth team to the first team out of nowhere, right? How did it feel when you, like you said, you walked into the dressing room, you saw your name? Like, what was that feeling like going from youth level to the professional debut? How was that feeling?
As I said, it's the moment you realize that, hey, I all my life I prayed for this. I wanted to be this, that, and I get the chance to do this. So you feel like it's not proud. You just feel fulfilled. It's like, oh, I did what I prayed and I worked for. You forget all the bad moments and stuff, and you just enjoy the moment. The first game, I was like on the bench, bro, but all the time I was shaking. You think like it's cold outside, but it was summer at the time. I'm all the time I'm shaking, and
Anxiety right there.
yeah, well, when we scored, bro, the crowd and stuff. It's all your people because I'm from this city. They're
Mhm.
all my people, but it's nice. And when I made my debut, it's amazing, bro. It's like I remember when I made my debut, the fourth official, he
Uh-huh.
could see I was shaking, bro. He could see and he said like, "Oh, is this your first match?" I said, "Yeah, yeah." We're playing for champions by the time,
Yeah.
uh, and I joined in 2, 3 good passes and things, moves, and from there you go like, I'm doing good, So you
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
you keep
Yeah.
going, and from there, it just get better and better. But in the beginning, it's like it's not that easy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it would have been an amazing feeling. Like you said, you deserve to be there. It was just that fulfillment. You felt like all the years of effort, the sacrifices, have finally like paid off. This was your confirmation. It wasn't like, you know, wow, like I'm here now. It's like I deserve this, and now it's just a confirmation of my abilities, right? So I understand what you mean. And did you ever like think at any point in your career that you weren't going to make it professionally?
Honestly, you do. Most of the times, like, of course, as everybody experiences and everybody knows, you have highs and lows. With my youth academy, I didn't have, as a young player, I didn't have any injuries. I just had like with the team that I was playing here as a kid, I had some injuries, but they were like small injuries. Like once I ended up getting kicked in the face
Mm-hmm.
and just got like a clown with makeup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest injury I could have experienced there. And then with young team, as I started with Struga, the team that I'm currently in, I just ended up uh, tearing a muscle. So I didn't play for a month and a half, then get back, started the season, ended up getting back into form and, played there. And after that, I broke my clavicle, a month out, got back in training, the same place again, because in a duel or something, I forgot that my clavicle isn't okay. Tried to push the opponent, it cracked again.
Wow.
1 month again, and you get. I said like I had 1 month rest. I was supposed to get back on the pitch. Now on 1 month again, you get like those. I can say depression moments, but those like last a month mostly, and then you get back at it. But
Yeah.
other than that, when you see, when you go and train with the first team, you think that, oh, I'm this close, all the time.
Mhm.
So it motivates you more rather than thinking what can go wrong.
Absolutely. And I know some people will take those injuries as a sign and they go, wow, like this is so unfair. Why is this happening to me? And they might not come back in the right mental state. So, like, how did you cope with these injuries? How did you cope with the times where you did feel depressed? What made you get back into putting in the work and not giving up on football? What was the changing factor for you?
Um, the biggest one I can say is that thinking that I wanted to do this, I'm doing it, and I won't let this slip. I won't let this fail or something like that. And you see that you can do it, and then that just should drive you to do more and more. And you never, it's just like you call it a rest. If you're 1 month out, you just say, "Oh, I need to recover, recharge, improve outside of the pitch."
Mhm.
Meet the teammates, go watch trainings of them, learn, talk to the coaches, watch some football outside of that, spend some time with family, get back to like mentally, and then 1 month is not that much, to be fair. And
Yeah,
also you have the physios with the first team, they help you recover even better. So
that's true. So it's more learning and less actually playing football because you can't do it. And on the topic of learning, like, what would you say is the biggest lesson that you've learned in your career that made it easier for you to transition into professional football?
the biggest lesson is that I've heard many coaches say it, and couldn't understand it. And the lesson is that to be faster, not like running faster, be faster thinking, be faster taking action, be faster trying to score a goal, be faster at everything. Basically, you don't have time to wait, to chill and stuff like that. It's a big competition. Your place, somebody else tries to take it. You at this place, you try to take somebody's place, somebody higher than you. So you just have to always be moving and trying to be fast and giving your best. So
Yeah,
that's like the biggest lesson I've learned, and that I'll try to use my whole career.
yeah, absolutely. And talking about like your whole career, like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years when it comes to football?
Actually, talking about that, I don't know for the next 5 years if I think that playing here or somewhere else. But if I
Mhm.
play here, obviously I want to play for a team that goes for the first place, or trying to be a team that has ambitions to be champions or stuff like that.
Yes.
Other than that, obviously I want to play out, uh, like outside my country. My dream
Yeah.
club, I'm a Barcelona fan, but I would my wish is to play for Como. Actually,
Cool.
I love the club, coach Fabregas, lake, the city.
Yeah.
Great place for football. I think you'll just enjoy there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned like the city, a great place to live in. A lot of football players think that it's just about like playing for the best club possible, but how important is lifestyle also? As a professional player yourself, how important is living a good life outside of football?
Well, before you are a football player, you're a human first. You have your needs, you have your family, you have things that happen outside of football, because in football you are like training, eating well and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
part of your identity, but that might be like 20% or 30% of yours. Also outside of that, you have family, work, um, other things, like somebody goes school, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So football is nice, it can be a priority, but there are also other things that you should always consider. And there's any of you could like read from interviews of players, they mention it all the time: the city, the how it affects their family, how it affects themselves, the weather, even the weather.
Yeah,
Some players say like in England you are more depressive and stuff. So it plays a role, but I think that first of all I want to enjoy football, and I think Como would be much better than playing for Barcelona, because playing there, it's a bit harder than people think.
of course. Beautiful city without a doubt. And the level is going to be much, much higher for sure. But yeah, obviously, we don't know where you're going to end up in 5 years. It's more to get an understanding of your aspirations and the level you want to play at. And the fact that you told me you want to be playing for a championship team, that tells me a lot already about the mindset. But yeah, like, I just wanted to also ask some questions for you about your experience inside the systems that I also built for you like a few months back in the off season. Obviously, we've known each other for a while now, but when you had reached out a few months ago during that off season break you had, like what were some of the things that you wanted to work on specifically at the professional level to improve your game even more during that off season?
All right. So when as I said, like you had to be fast even
Mhm.
previously, and when we talked, I mentioned that I want to improve my weak foot. That was one of the first things that I mentioned,
Mhm.
and the reason being is that you to be in order to be fast, you have to have a much range variety of abilities. If you can do things, I'm left-footed. I can play really comfortably, and I love to play with my left foot. But sometimes, you must play with your right foot, and you have to be comfortable to use that and be as good as the left. So
Yeah,
obviously, left-footed players don't use the right foot that much. So always that's a bit, weaker,
yeah,
and you know your weaknesses by the time you're playing because you embrace them in the field. You see, oh, my right foot isn't doing good, and to
yeah.
try to improve that. Other than that, I said, like, I want to learn more about lifestyle because there's always room for improvement. And then the mental side is like a big ocean of things and a lot of things to do for the mental side. And footballers actually end up either making or breaking themselves by that. It's
I
a
agree.
big part that not a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, the mindset, especially at your level, like 50% of the game is mindset. The other 50 is how good you are at football. So I 100% agree. And obviously, yeah, weak foot you mentioned. I remember your sprint technique as well, and some like gym stuff. I remember building all that back then. And you've actually been in a few other programs before, even before you were professional. When you made it professional, so and you're still reinvesting into yourself to this day, even when you're playing professional level. So I want to ask you, like, do you think it's necessary as a footballer to just reinvest in your career?
Well, I've always thought that I I never want to talk about my past and say, oh, that was my prime back there. I don't want to feel like my prime is my past. I
Yeah,
always want to evolve and improve. So I want to think my prime is before I retire or something like that. Because, to think that I used to have my prime, that's like sad. And, it's like you're getting worse, which you don't want and you shouldn't even think about it. So I always look to improve and improve. So always look for things in the internet, reading, learning. Always like to learn about different stuff, not only football related, health and stuff like that. So every time I get a chance, I always have a look at things, new things that I could improve and get better as a player and everything. So I always advise people to to invest in themselves, whether that be trying to be footballers or anything else. You just if you invest, then you're gonna earn and get the return of on investment. But other than that, you can't expect to succeed.
I agree 100%. That's exactly right. And like for your situation, when I built you these systems in the off season with the gym, with the sprinting, the weak footwork, and everything, like what was the one thing that you immediately noticed when you started working with me, and like how was that process different from the other, I guess, programs you've been in before? Like, what did you
I
notice?
actually I actually loved the app. Actually, it was so easy. You just go there and then you have all the things. You don't need to bother, what I'm gonna do today or something like that. You just go there and you could see like 500 milliliters of water, and okay, I'm gonna get a bottle, glass bottle, not plastic, and 500 milliliters. You're just gonna put some salt there or some lemon, hydration or some electrolytes or something, and you're gonna hydrate. Then you
Yeah,
have the how you do what exercises, mobility, or you're gonna stretch or something like that. The warm up, the FIFA warm-up, stuff like that. You all have it in front of you. It's just only to do it. You don't have to what I'm going to train today or stuff like that. It's all in front of you, and you just tick, tick, tick.
Exactly.
That
And
was like so easy to use.
I'm glad to hear that. That's exactly why we do it. And important is that like peace of mind and not being able to worry about all your sessions, not being able to plan. How important is that for you as a professional to not worry about the planning and just do the sessions? Just
Well,
say,
well, for me it was even pre-season there, so you are kind of used to 10 days rest, so
Mhm.
you are becoming a bit lazier. So it was way easier, and you just felt better. So you don't have to think about what I'm going to do tomorrow, because you think that that you're going to have it on your phone the next day. So
So it gives you more time to do more important
yeah,
things outside of football.
it makes it way more enjoyable
Yeah, exactly.
and
I
easier.
agree 100%. That's what other players were saying also.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, can you give me 2 minutes? I'm gonna put the
Yeah, of
laptop on charge.
course,
Yeah.
of course, no problem. Perfect.
Be fine now.
Yeah. And yeah, like I agree with that 100%. And I also wanted to ask you like just 3 questions specifically for you to wrap up the meeting. Like, number one, if you could give one very specific advice to other aspiring footballers that want to make a professional, what would that be?
Oh, I actually thought about this a month ago.
Okay.
I was like, because I meet a lot of youngsters around the city when they come to watch our matches. They always trying to meet you. I feel strange because when they meet me, they're like emotional and shaking and stuff like that. I feel like and even my brother says it, like, I don't know why my friends say to me like, oh, your brother and stuff, and I don't feel that. Like, I feel strange when people like feel emotional. I can understand, because when I was a kid, when I used to meet a football player, even if he was not that big, you just feel emotional.
Yeah.
So I always thought, like, if I could help them with one thing, what would I say?
Yeah.
One line I would tell them is line advice. I would tell them is to work like it all depends on them, and to believe and trust like it all depends on God. So that would be like my advice for everyone trying to make something, not only for football but in life in general.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful advice I agree with. And secondly, do you believe that hard work alone is the key to success, or is there more to it?
It's not only hard work. There are a lot of things involved in football, but if you are willing to work hard for yourself, invest, learn, give a lot for yourself, then obviously you have a way higher chance to succeed. Talent, there are a lot of talented players who failed miserably. It's unfortunate, but it just shows you that it's not one thing that you need. There are a lot of things that build. It's like a lot of bricks that build the thing, and one brick isn't good, the whole thing will fall. And I think hard work is a very important and crucial thing for succeeding, but that hard work should be put also to other things and to learning, and obviously improving everything that you need, and improve your weaknesses, improve your strength even more, and get a better player.
I agree 100%. And lastly, for number 3, if you could go back in time to when you were like 13, 14 years old, what would you tell your old self about your career? What would you have done differently?
With this knowledge,
With everything you know right now, and you were speaking to a 13-year-old version, Yusuf, right in front of you, what would you tell that version of yourself?
I would tell him to make sleep his most important thing on his day, to optimize his sleep and not stay up late, play with friends, video games and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I just played earlier video games, but now it's different.
Yeah.
I used to spend a lot of time with friends back in the time playing Fortnite, and
Who didn't?
when it was trendy, it
Of
was.
course.
But you sacrifice sleep and stuff like that, which at the time feels good, but right now I just think like, oh, I wish I could sleep even more and eat better, because I used to eat a lot of hamburgers sometimes, because hamburger is like my favorite food. But now I just stop myself sometimes. But back in the time, as a kid, you don't take things that seriously. So I would say like just live a way healthier lifestyle. So even if you are not a footballer, you still won't regret it.
Absolutely. It's the longevity of health. And yeah, that's 100% accurate. So also, like with your old self, if you could speak to him, like, would you recommend your old self to work with a coach, a mentor who could guide him in the right path at a much younger age, or is it not really necessary?
To say it's necessary, I don't think so, but it would help massively, because obviously you just need he will show you the path. You just have to do it. So sometimes you have the hard work. I used to have the hard work, but I didn't have somebody to teach me.
Mhm.
So you just end up doing some bad stuff, or in like wrong exercises, wrong form, overdoing stuff,
Yeah,
harming yourself, even though you have the motivation, the discipline. But if you don't have the knowledge, you don't know what to do. So
exactly.
like that, I can say, like, if you have the chance, obviously get a mentor, get a guide, get a coach, get anything you can, invest in books and stuff like that, programs, everything you can.
Absolutely. Because, yeah, on the topic of books as well, like a great source of learning, is there any book, like one specific book that you would recommend to young footballers? I have one in front of me right now. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
No, I don't know this.
Okay. But do you have maybe like one book that you would recommend for footballers specifically?
For football, I
Or
I
in
would
general? It doesn't have to be just for football. Like one book that you really love, you would recommend to other people.
I would actually advise them to go for the scriptures, the religious books,
Mhm.
because as I said before, you are a football player. You just got to be a better human first, and it teaches us to how to be real humans the right way, and have high morals, integrity, and stuff like that. Other
That's
than that, I would just advise them to look up at the books of great sportsmen. Novak Djokovic, Ibrahimovic has a book. You're trying to read these guys and trying to learn from them, because they have been like peak for a very long time, and the best to ever do the sport. So obviously they have a lot of things to teach you, more than us or anything. And reading a book from them is like you read their whole life, because they give their best there. So
I agree. If you want to be like someone, go ahead and learn from that person, right? And are there any like specific quotes that like you remember that you would suggest?
my favorite one, actually, that I've learned, and I always remember it, is the one from Viktor Frankl, the guy that wrote A Man's Search for Meaning. And he says in a book that to live is to suffer, which means like life has struggles and stuff like that. You're gonna suffer without a doubt, but to survive and to keep going is to find meaning in the suffering. So for all the football players, I would say to think about and ponder about this quote, because obviously you're gonna suffer in your career, but to have meaning while you're suffering is really a thing to keep you going. Your family, your old self, your grandma, whoever wanted you to see you succeed, you have meaning in that. So just keep doing it.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very wise quote. And yeah, I think that should wrap it up. Thank you so much for sharing those wise words and the feedback and the advice for other aspiring footballers.
Thank you for the invitation.
Not a problem. It's a pleasure. And like, yeah, if you ever need any help, if you have some questions, you want to learn more, you know where to contact me. But yeah, it's been a pleasure with this chats. Hopefully, we can affect other young footballers' lives as well.
Thank you.
Wishing you a great day, bro. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Let me know how Ramadan goes for you. I'm wishing you the best with that as well.
Thank you, bro. I wish you the best as well.
Thank you very much.
And much success in your career.
Thank you, bro. Wishing to play against you one day, you know?
Yeah, inshallah, bro. I hope.
Very
yeah, but I hope we play in a higher level, bro, not a friendly match, like, very high level. Some final or something,
Yeah, bro, exactly. It's very possible. I believe we can do it. Bro. Just
inshallah, bro. Inshallah, we play, bro.
Awesome, bro. Well, yeah, have a great rest of your day. And yeah, we'll chat soon, bro.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.